Hello there. So there is Bright Peach from the house of Maison Alhambra. This is an alt of Tom Ford's Bitter Peach, and I just casually got this particular fragrance because I was actually pretty, wowed by the presentation, the bright orange bottle with its cap and all of that. I thought, okay, or let's just try this particular fragrance. And wow, this was a surprise because this completely shocked me and surprised me in its performance and the scent profile, and I really didn't think it was going to be that good. So today in this particular video we're going to talk about Bright Peach, its scent profile, projection, performance and all of that, and why I think this is an underrated gem, right? So you're watching the Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney. Let's get started. Alright, so this particular fragrance comes in a box like this, which is also bright orange, and this is a parcel that I got from Exclusive Scents. So this was one of them, and I got Tobacco Veni from them. And so let me talk about the scent profile on this particular one. This is one of those fragrances that actually will make you happy. Okay, why I say that is because generally whenever you see something very bright, like something like yellow or orange or something like that, it generally is a very happy go lucky complimenting kind of color or attitude, right? So this kind of fragrance also will make you happy because the scent profile on this one is pretty nice. So let's do a couple of sprays, and the sprayer is good. Okay, so you see that it kind of sprays very nicely, right? So what do you get? So you get a very punchy, fruity, powdery, sweet, honey, that kind of note with a little bit of citrus element and a little bit of that powdery element with a little bit of that honey and a little bit of that boozy effect. Okay, so right at the top you do get a boozy opening to it. Okay, the fragrance, if you look at, it's composed of notes primarily of peach, okay, which is definitely one element. It's got bright orange, so there's a little bit of that citrus element there as well. Then of course it's got patchouli, it's got green herbaceous vibes kind of thing, so you kind of get that sense as well. Then of course you have cognac, and then of course you have honey. Okay, so these are some things that are this particular fragrance is made up of, and you also get a little bit of that floral element to it. But right at the top, when you spray it, you get a very nice sense of peach with that orange, and you get a little bit of that honey element. You don't get a very prominent boozy element, but then you get a very nice light element of booze, right? So that is something that you'll get. So like I said, this is a very happy-go-lucky kind of a scent which will make you kind of happy. So when you put this on, it will make you very vibrant, very bright. It's a sweet fragrance, so, and with a little bit of fruity notes to it, right? So it's got that citrus thing going. If you sniff up close, you will smell that little bit of that citrus element, but then mostly, like I said, it's out and out a peach fragrance with a little bit of that honey and a little bit of that green herbaceous thing that's running in the background. Now after the first 40-45 minutes, after it's parred, and then when it starts to transition, you will start smelling more of that powdery note with that honey. That booziness kind of goes off a little bit. You start getting a little bit of that powdery element, and then it continues like that as a linear fragrance for about 4 to 5 hours time. On my skin, I've got about 4.5-5 hours easily. But what really surprised me the most is the projection on this one. So it will easily do 2 to 3 feet if you're doing about 6 to 8 sprays. Okay, easily 2 to 3 feet it will do. And on apparel, this one is a killer. It will do more than 8 to 10 hours. I'm saying that easy. You can even take into consideration even 12 hours of performance. So that is why I felt this was a beautiful fragrance, an underrated gem, because you don't see a lot of talk about this particular fragrance as such, probably because of the way these bottles are kind of cloned from Tom Ford's Bitter Peach fragrance. You might have kind of seen this around. Okay, so it's like I said, it's a very attractive bottle. It's an eye-catchy bottle, so that is something that will happen. But if you consider fragrances like Lovely Cherry as well, this is very, very nice that way. This is a very nice fruity concoction that does excellent performance. It's mostly, like I said, it's a linear fragrance. So if you like fruity fragrances which have got a little bit of sweet element to it, which we have got a little bit of that aromatic element and a little bit of that powdery thing with a little bit of honey and a little bit of boozy element, you will absolutely enjoy this particular fragrance. Because this comes, I think this is 100 ml or 88 ml if I'm not wrong. This is 80 ml. So 80 ml, I think you should be able to comfortably get this for less than 1,500 rupees. If you're able to get this, this is a fantastic fragrance to have in your collection. It works very well in the evenings. It works very well in the daytime as well. Though I wouldn't say this is an excellent summer kind of a fragrance, but I would say it's very well suited for winters and indoors and all of that. And this is a very unique signature scent in my opinion, because a lot of fragrances have got peach in them. Even if they have got peach, they'll also have other fruits like apple or raspberry or all of that, mostly, right? But this is a standalone fragrance that is dominant on the peach note primarily, and then a little bit of that honey note and the sweetness, and a little bit of that patchouli element and green herbaceous vibe. So this is a very unique scent, and mostly people will like to have this around you. So if you're wearing this, people will smell this and they'll be happy. You're most likely to get compliments on this one as well. So that way I would really recommend you to try this particular fragrance. This is very nice for the price that it comes at. So 80 ml up sub 1500 rupees. This is a good buy to have. So this is one of those underrated gems that I got from Maison Alhambra. I will probably do another video which will be maybe a top 5 Maison Alhambras, and which one you should consider getting. So this is definitely bright peach is one of them. It's very bright, very happy-go-lucky. It'll make a very radiant, good day. Think about, you're waking up in a very happy, good mood that day, and you want to wear something bright and something that will get a lot of people's attention. This is the kind of fragrance that you should go for. This is bright peach from the house of Maison Alhambra. So this was my very quick video review for this particular fragrance, and I hope to see you on the next one. Till then, you're watching The Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney. Bye for now.